Yes, I greetings and blessed love, my good people. I am the Rastapreneur. I want to welcome you to Reasoning with the Rastapreneur, the artist series, where we take a deeper dive. We call it an interview into the lives, the journeys of some of the world's most artistically talented individuals, whether it's a reggae artist, a leader within the Rastafari community, or some of the voices of influence in our African culture. We are here to have a reasoning, give you a deeper dive that hopefully give you a deeper interview into their dreams, their passions, their goals, which hopefully allows you to become fans. Well, I don't like to use the word fans, but supporters of their music. So, in this episode number 3, I am joyed to be joined by a reggae artist who is getting ready to release her debut album on September 27th. This is actually airing on the 27th, so I should say it's actually releasing today. So, album releasing today from Sweden, but don't let that fool you, because the influence is reggae and the culture is reggae. So none other than Angelica Mava, welcome to Reasoning with the Rastapreneur, the artist series. Thank you for being on. We give thanks.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, man. Give
Talk to
thanks, give
you.
thanks. So I like to start by just giving the artist the floor. Like if it's anything before we even get started that you just want to share with the people before we jump into my questions.
No, I don't think so. I'm just so grateful to be a part of this. I'm very excited.
Okay. With that being said, we'll jump right into it. I have these are things that I'm wondering, and I know that supporters out there have maybe had questions that probably not answered. So I'm saying, so what inspired you? Like I always wonder what like music is a million things we could do in the world. What inspired you to make music your path? And then secondly, to say reggae is gonna be the genre that I choose.
Yeah. So the two kind of grew, I think, simultaneously. I think I can't really remember a time where reggae was not around. Not saying that my parents are huge reggae lovers, but they love Bob Marley, and like so they've always like listened to his music was always there. I don't remember ever being introduced to Bob Marley's music. That was just always there. Also, my I have aunts on my dad's side who also kind of everybody want to kind of be the responsible one for me getting into reggae. But I think that it comes from a few different places. And then eventually, when I got older, I just kind of like, I think just distanced myself from everything else than reggae more and more. And the older I got, the less pop, hip hop I listened to. It was just kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
that just
Mm-hmm.
kind of, I don't know, fell through. I don't know.
It was in your
And
heart, something you felt in your heart.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And then also music is the same thing. I don't remember a time where I didn't love singing. It was always there. That wasn't either like neither of these were like conscious choices. I feel like they've just been there always.
Got
I
you.
don't know. It's
Divine,
crazy.
we call it divine inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah,
Divine
that's what it
inspiration.
feels like. Truly, like it just comes, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a love that is I can't compare it to anybody or anything else. It's just its own
So
feeling.
it sounds like it's been there your whole life. When did
Yeah.
you decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna take it serious and make a career out of this thing? Because it's one thing to just love music and sing around, play karaoke games, but it's another thing to say, I'm gonna take this serious. I'm gonna pursue a music career. When did that shift happen?
That probably happened when I was like s- like 8. Like I was very small when I knew that I wanted to tour the world. I was
Okay.
ready. Like I've always been ready. So that was not even that was really a conscious choice. That was always just like this is what I'm gonna do. And
Mhm.
I've proved to myself that I can't really do anything. I've had a few like side hustle jobs, got fired from all of them. Like I can't do I'm just bad at everything else. So yeah, I just feel like it's always been there. But of course, in the beginning, I didn't know. I've never had a, I've never worked with a label. I didn't know any producers in the beginning. So when I started releasing music, I just produced everything myself because I didn't know anybody that could do it for me. So I just like, well, I'll just learn, I guess.
I'm pretty sure you figured out that made you greater. Yes,
Yes,
being able to produce your own music, you know what it sounds like. Even if somebody else is producing the record for you, you know what you're looking for. You know what
for
sound like.
sure. For sure. And I'm very thankful to have that kind of foundation. I don't really, my heart isn't in production or mixing or whatever, engineering. That's not where my heart is. But it was something that I had to do to kind of get out. And now so I did start my career releasing two albums in my native language that I produced myself. But this time, this is like something, the new album that's coming out today, then, um, it's what I call my international debut because this is in English and this is like, I'm done. I love performing in my home country, Sweden. It's great, but we have like one reggae festival and like I want to perform a lot and
Mhm.
I want to tour the world. I want to get out in the world. I want to perform here too, but I want to get out in the world. So I'm of course, a natural way to do that is first and foremost sing so that more people understand what I'm saying. So this is like it truly feels like a new beginning right now. Also sonically where I'm at right now. I did not produce this album myself. I produced it with two guys from Sweden. Their names are David and Sebastian, and they're amazing reggae musicians from my country. The
Mhm.
best, if you ask me. And they just are such like roots reggae nerds. So like
Yes,
they know what it's supposed to sound like. They've done this for a long time, and we made the album together. And they play everything too. So everything is live, live drums, live guitar, bass, everything.
reggae.
So it's just my favorite thing in the world. I'm so excited about this new music.
I can tell. We're definitely gonna get to it and let you tell the people how excited you are about it. A little bit more about your journey. You was talking about being from Sweden and there's only one festival, and so what have you found to be your biggest challenge thus far in your career? Like trying to bust, coming from where you come from, trying to bust, I guess even in reggae, where some people feel like some people play a skin color thing or a look
Yeah.
thing, you know? So what have you found to be your biggest challenge?
Of course that's a thing. Like I'm always gonna be, you know, it's I think a lot of people look at me and think, I mean, I know people react when I say that I make reggae. They're like, "Oh," especially here in Sweden. When I was in Jamaica and I said that, people weren't really like that surprised. I don't know, but here it's like, "Oh, okay." And in America too, I think people like, yeah, react to that. I don't know. I think that thing, the skin color thing in my situation is probably it can probably both be beneficial and something that could be a setback. I don't think it, I don't know. In
I
general,
don't think
I
it's
don't know.
either. I think it's you. As long as you
Yeah,
embrace you, it can be either or. If I was wondering if that was your biggest challenge, because I didn't want to stay there. If that was your biggest challenge, then we can stay there. But if that's your biggest challenge, it's not even a challenge if you stay you.
it's
You
true. And I don't, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say too. I don't think it's a challenge really. I just think that, of course, sometimes I get like negative comments, but I don't know. I think I'm pretty good at like controlling my reactions and I don't know. I'm okay with that. As long as I don't hurt anybody or step on anybody's toes or what's the word? Like offend anybody. Um, I'm good.
disrespect.
Yeah, disrespect anybody or anything. And I do my best to never ever do that. So I don't know. The biggest challenge so far is probably, but it's probably more so like about this whole like I'm still so new. So I mean, I don't know. I can't tour yet because I'm still a new artist, but I hope that, this whole like social media thing can help me kind of there get towards closer to that goal soon. I think the whole like getting out in the world thing without a label, that's probably the biggest challenge. Like just like
Independent.
constantly working with like I don't know what I'm editing my own videos, I'm doing everything, and that's like I kind of need a bigger team, I think.
Okay, so and that is usually the biggest challenge for upcoming artists, the team around you.
Yeah,
That's everything. Because that's really the ultimate goal for, I mean, the ultimate thing to success for a successful artist. It's the team around them. People see the
of course,
face, they forget it's a whole team that's making it look.
of course.
So what I noticed, again, I say I found you because the over 5 million views that I saw from some of the biggest records that you covered, like Night Nurse by Gregory Isaac, It was Bomb Bomb by Sister Nancy, and then one of my favorite tunes because Jacob Miller is my all-time favorite reggae man. And then Tenement
Oh.
Yard. I don't know if ones really know what a tenement yard is. So if they go to Jamaica and you know like what I'm talking about, you just it's like a house, not a house, but a gates with all of the family them and the family them staying in one place, and so everyone talking. So this is what I'm talking about. So that's one of my favorite tunes there. So I talk about that I found you from those. What was your inspiration to start doing reggae covers?
Mm, I love singing covers. I don't know. I thought about this recently, and I think why I love it so much is because there are so many, like, I have so many favorite songs. I listen to, so much, like, I just love a good reggae song. That can like make my day. And I think that sometimes listening to it is not enough. Sometimes
Mm,
I think what singing covers gives me is like I feel like I get to be inside of the song. I know it sounds crazy, but that's
no,
what it feels
no,
like.
that's what you
Like
have to do.
I'm in the song and I get to like vibrate on the same frequency as the song and I'm like there in it. I'm not just listening to it. I'm like a part of it and it's a part of me. And I think that's just the kind of I think it's about that. When I love a song, I just want to sing it. I can't
Yes.
just hear it.
And so the reggae songs that you chose were basically just songs that you love. You just say,
Yeah,
I
my
like the song
favorite.
and I want
My
to, okay,
favorite.
okay, yeah. And they
Yeah.
just so happen to go viral, so to speak, you know?
Yeah,
It,
crazy,
it was
crazy.
it was no intention on going viral. It was just the intention of showing what you love, which I'm sure of, but I want to make people know because people be having their opinions and things. So we want to make
Yeah.
we want to make sure we clear up certain things and things.
Of course. No, it was never about like anything but just wanting to sing and hopefully spread something positive, to people. And of course, social media and TikTok specifically can be a great tool to do that. You can reach so many people. Like you get to have like a connection to people on the other side of the globe. It's crazy. So so it's a great tool for that, of course.
So we know you have a great instrument that you use in terms of your voice. Heard your voice, you can sing. Do you play any instruments?
I played a melodica
Oh, cool,
sometimes.
cool.
Yeah, I do. But I'm not, I mean, I
Do,
can, but
do you
I need
implement it and like sometimes when you perform?
I do. I have before. I have. And I want to do that more. I didn't play in a melodic on the album, but I mean, I can always like pull it up and just do that live. I kind of want to bring it back on stage for maybe for next year because I love it.
If I had known, I would have had you set up now so you can give us a little something, something right now. But
Uh
no,
next time I
next
promise.
time, definitely. So yeah, I was just wondering instruments, and you actually answered that. I was gonna say, do you include it into any of your like your songs? Like, and is it on
Mhm.
the album? You playing melodic, any instrument?
Yeah, but I do also like I'm such a music nerd. I love like music theory and I'm very like I think that sometimes I probably come across as like I just sing, I don't know, but actually when I sing there are these like calculations in my head going on, music theory and these things. I love that. So I can play the piano. It's just that I never sit and practice. So I wouldn't play it wouldn't be as groovy if I played a song from front to back as if an actual keyboardist did it. But like I can do every chord, every whatever I can play. Like I write on the piano, but
Oh, okay.
I'll have a keyboard player play live with me because that's not my, you
You're a
know.
real deal songwriter. Like they just say that the classical writers they are songwriters, but people don't really consider them to be songwriters, but they are writing songs with the melodies that they make. So yes. Um, my next question is like coming from Sweden, you kind of answered this maybe a little bit before, but I just wondering what the reception has been like for you in the reggae scene. Like how have you felt? Have you felt more love, or have you felt I don't know. I don't have you.
Yeah.
What have you felt like you felt so far?
Yeah, I've definitely like I think it's yeah, I feel like I get so much positivity and so much love, actually.
I agree.
I feel very almost surprised. Like, and I know negativity is always gonna be there. I see like if you comment online or whatever, but like no, not in comparison, it's nothing. I get so much love and positivity and just no, it's been great so far.
I hear you. I love to see it because it's just all one love, you know. Um,
Yeah,
I was wondering because the roots of, I actually think you mentioned that you did go to Jamaica. I was wondering, have you been to Jamaica before?
I have once,
What
but
was
I'm actually
what was that
going.
experience like?
Oh my God. I do you have 7 hours? Because like I I I was living my best life when I was there for 10 days
Okay.
with Flagman Judah.
I did say this. My next question, my brethren, good brethren. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he was so nice and showed us around, me and the guy that I was traveling. I was traveling with a journalist from Sweden who was gonna he was filming a little and yeah. But we were yeah, Judah was
So
showing
in
us.
the to ask like to go to, I saw Judah in the video Sweet Jamaica, and I was almost sure that was Jamaica, but that was Jamaica he was in, right? With
Yes, yes. The
okay,
video for
cool,
Sweet
cool.
Reggae, yes. He was yeah, so that video is that music video is just a what's the word in English? Compilation
Compilation.
of yeah, of clips from Jamaica, from the Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
trip. So every clip is from Jamaica there. And I was there in February and that was just it was perfect. It was beautiful. I love it. I just want to move there. Like
It's
I love it.
yes, it is paradise for real, for real. I mean, and I saw again. I know if you was with Flagman Judah, you got a chance to really experience the people. Sometimes people go to Jamaica and they tell me, "Oh, well, I was on the resort and no, man, you didn't go to Jamaica." You know,
You didn't. You didn't. And I mean, and I get it because also I think there's this I want to say misconception that if you go to Jamaica, you're gonna be in danger. Period.
is a
Like,
misconception
and that is, of course, there are dangerous places
everywhere.
in every country in the world.
Everywhere.
So, like, of course, you can go to Jamaica and still be safe and not just stay on the resort. But of course, it's easier when you know somebody like I did or whatever. But you can definitely make it work. I mean, you need because there is so much to see outside of the beaches. There is so
So
much to
much.
see.
So
So,
much.
like, I
Yes.
recommend it to everybody. Everyone that can travel, I want to tell them go to Jamaica.
It's the only way you can get a feel for the people. It's the only way you can get a feel for the true heart of the people. You know, for real,
Yes,
for real. Because I don't know, even the ones you meet on the resort, they have to behave in a certain way to keep their job. So you never get a chance to see who they really are. Off the
it's
resort, you
true.
get a chance to see the people. So yeah, man. Big up yourself for getting a chance to see that. And I was wondering, how did the collaboration come about with Sweet Reggae? That's really where Judah came into the question. How did that collaboration?
With Judah.
Yeah, man.
So I meet Judah first time 2 years ago. Um, and then that was also the first time that I met Damian at a reggae festival in France. And then I meet Judah again last year, 2023, in LA. And that was just I just saw him and I on a Kabaka Pyramid show. And I walked up to Judah and I said, I don't know if you remember, but we met before and I think you're great and what you do is amazing and so important and whatever I do, I don't know. And then we just kind of I was in LA for 2 months, so we got some time to like we got to know each other a little. He was in one of my videos that I still haven't posted, but it's one of the songs for the album.
Is
He's in the music video for that, and we shot that in LA. So yeah, and then just I don't know, after Jamaica too, I just feel like I support that man forever. Like I think what he does is so amazing and so important, and he is also the
Article
kindest,
Brethren. He's the
yeah,
purest soul that you
kindest,
ever want to meet in this world. The
yeah,
purest soul you ever want to meet. Yeah, man.
for sure, for sure.
Good brethren. So in addition to Sweet Reggae, I saw that before the album you have Coming Home and She's Coming.
Yeah,
Want to talk about those two records at all? The
yeah, of
inspiration?
course, of course. So coming home is like that was like when we wrote that. Me and David and Sebastian that I mentioned, that was we were kind of so we actually just had like 2 sessions, one weekend where we made a lot of rhythms, and then I kind of wrote the vocals later on, and we just made like I think we had like 13 rhythms by the end of these two sessions. It was just like da, da, da. And I remember we were we were in the studio and we were like, okay, we made so many like darker songs, like minor chords, very like, you know, more so heavy, which is really what I prefer. I love those. I'm not really a like a happy kind of, I don't know. I just don't listen to as much like lovers rock or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But we were like, okay, we should definitely do something more towards that because we have so much darkness now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just balance it. So we were just like, okay, let's do this. And we just started playing the chords of Coming Home and it just became beautiful. I love it. I love it so much. I think it's fair to say it's a lover song. Probably maybe the only lover song on the album, but I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's coming is like coming home is more like vulnerable, like I miss this person. She is coming is like I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have arrived. Like it's very like it's more so like more attitude, which I love too, especially on stage. I just like it's 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 very honest to who I
Is
am.
that
Like
how
I'm
you really feeling, or just a vibe? Like really feeling like I'm here at
yeah,
that time. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And like yeah, so that but that song also it has like a bunch of meanings like in like different meanings. I think I wanted it to be like a song for not a song for women, but like a song about like listen, what I'm saying in the first verse is like I'm that's probably one of the lines that I'm
Let's say
most
it.
proud
I mean, not a
of. Yeah,
reggae artist. I'm an artist. Like trying to,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, let the people know. So,
yeah, yeah. I'm saying like I'm not a girl, I'm an artist, not a female artist, just artist.
mhm,
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like sometimes I think that the world kind of see people as like, okay, we have people and then we have women.
mhm.
So we have like humans and then we have women. And I don't, you know, that's not
It's a
how
oneness. Yeah, I'm with
yeah,
you. It's a oneness we deal with.
100%. That's the goal. So like this is my way of like working
Same,
my way towards that goal, you know,
same.
within this part too, because I don't feel like yeah, I feel like it's important.
Okay, so now that we talked about the past first, we're going to get into the reason that we're here today, the
Yeah.
release of your debut album, Mava. So we
Yeah.
want to talk about that. We'll talk about, reflect on the journey. Like when you first said, you know what, I want to make an album until now, my album is out.
Mm. So yeah, the journey was actually like exactly 1 year long. So not too long. So in September of last year, we had this first session that I talked about, and I reached out to these two guys, David and Sebastian, and I told them I want to make a album with you because they had been playing with me live, but we hadn't like written music together yet. So I told them I want to do that because I know that you're amazing and I know we could do beautiful
Mm-hmm.
music together. And I could never do what they do. Like I could never ever in my life produce the drums that Sebastian play, and I could never ever mimic the guitars that or whatever, like produce them that David does. Like it's so amazing to have people that are like just pros on their instruments, having
Definitely.
them play on my music. It's beautiful. I make music with them. So yeah, and then yeah, we basically had these two sessions, wrote the rhythms. I made it vocals. I recorded them at home later on, and now it's done. It's mixed by a guy named William from Stockholm too.
Mm-hmm.
We're here in Stockholm. And yeah, it's been really just, I don't know, very easy. I feel
Yeah.
like this time around it was way easier because I didn't have to do everything myself like I've done before. I could just
Mm-hmm.
like sing.
Stay in your pocket, your creative pocket.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, what message are you hoping that the people get from you from this project, or from your music in general? I guess specifically
Yeah.
for this project because it releases today. But
Yeah. I think I think that well, I have so many different topics on this album. Like I said, She Is Coming is like it is deeper, it has a deeper meaning, but it's also like, listen, I'm really fucking good at this. Like I period. And then also we have like a song named Mava too on the album that the first verse is like, so I'm explaining my journey, how I got into reggae and how I fell in love with it. But then second verse, I'm like, listen, I how does it go? I say like, I'm a student, true, but I know how to sing out loud. Like I, of course, I'm a student naturally, but also like, don't just because I'm new doesn't mean I'm beginning now.
Yes,
Doesn't
yes.
mean I'm an amateur. Doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing.
I've
Like
been doing
stating,
this since I was 8. Give me some
yeah,
respect.
yeah, kind of, yeah. But also having that very consciously blended with with like we have one song on the album called One Last Time, and that one to me is like about like Rastafari, basically. It's like about like, okay, all this prejudice and things that we all have like been, I want to say, indoctrinated,
Programmed. Hmm.
yeah, with from way back all our lives. Let's just burn that down. And we have the power to do that. We are empowered to not follow these footsteps of these
Other
systems. We don't have to
paths.
do that. Yeah, we can make our own, you know. And we
Yeah.
can't like that, and that like sonically too, musically, that's very like it gets me. It's very like up tempo. I love that song. Like it's about like it just gives me I feel I get hope when I listen to that. And that's what it's about. Like it's
I
not
like
too late.
that's the
It's
message.
not.
Hope, hope,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
unity, based on what you was sharing with me. So it sounds like that's the message of the album. So
100.
it's it's actually the release party. It's in your home city, hometown. How does that feel? Are you excited about that? How does it feel?
I am. I'm very excited. So we're performing the whole album live. Me and the band, and I'm gonna have and the band is like just my best friends. So it's David and Sebastian that I made the album with. They're in the band, and then my two of my best friends are singing like backing vocals, and I'm gonna have a brass section, and it's just gonna be so exciting. Also, I'm gonna have a lot of family in the house, so that feels very special too.
Yeah, that's always have friends and family. So
Yeah.
for us that are unable, I hope to make it to Sweden someday. I've never made it there, but for those that are unable to make it live, is there a way that we'll be able to check out some of the vibes?
Yeah, I am gonna record that show actually. It's gonna be recorded in both video and sound. So because I wanna, of course, I mean, I wanna make it to, like Brazil, for instance, but I don't see that coming like anytime soon. So of course I still wanna like be able to share what I'm doing with people that I can't reach yet. But
Gotcha.
in the meantime, thank
So
God for
we will
videos
be able
and
to see it maybe on YouTube or TikTok. One of
yeah,
them. Okay.
yeah,
We'll
both
make sure we
probably.
have people to go. I was thinking that have the people go check it out. I just want to make sure that people know that like I'm excited to see myself, but those that watch it that know how they can get a chance to check it out. So
Yeah.
yeah, today the release of Mava, the debut album by Angelica Mava, new reggae artist. Shouldn't sound new, well, because that sounds upcoming reggae artist. Because new again, we just discussed makes it sound like she's new on the scene and she's been doing this since she was 8. So upcoming reggae artist. We want to
Thank
establish that. With
thank you.
her new debut album, Mava, streaming on all platforms today. Today. Make sure you go stream it. Will there be any other music videos coming forward from this project?
Yeah, I have a lot. I think I have like three probably that I haven't posted yet, maybe, or maybe more. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of videos, a lot of visuals. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Well, congratulations once again on the release of your debut album. I look forward
Thank you
to
so
listening to it myself. Before we go, I have one last question. It's like the album is done, one thing complete. I heard you say that you want to tour. So what's next? Like, what are the future goals for you outside of getting everybody to listen to this album and hopefully in the future being able to tour.
Yeah, I think that touring, that's like, I don't know, live performing live is like why I do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I want to do. I just make music so that I can perform it, you know? I just want to be on stage and just meet, because that's where the connection really happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's where like the true magic
The
happens.
magic
So
happens. True.
yeah, so I love that. I love going to concerts myself too. Like I just love that whole thing. So performing is definitely the goal. I want to perform outside of Sweden with my band. Hopefully, I've never performed outside of Sweden, so I hope that we can get to do that next year. And yeah, just I mean, I have so many goals, but that's the main the main thing.
Okay. Okay. Well, if it's anything that you would like to share with the people before we go in this time in space, I'll put your social media username on the screen so people can connect that way. But if there's anything else you want to share with me.
No, not really. Just thank you so much for listening. Thank you for all the love. I read and see everything that I even don't respond to. I see so much, and it fills my heart with so much love and joy. I'm so grateful. It's just thank you, and thank you too for giving me
Yeah.
this opportunity to just
Well, we
talk.
appreciate love you taking the time and space to sit down and reason with us, you know? Yes. So everyone, this is episode 3 of Reasoning with the Rastapreneur, the artist series with Angelica Mava. Release of Mava, the album, is streaming on all platforms today. Make sure you go check her out. I'll have all of the social media stuff below in the link. You can check that out that way. Again, give thanks for your time. Have a great one.